All right, everybody, day 2. And today we're going to want to talk about calling techniques. And I'm going to say something right up front. It's probably going to go against everything you've seen on social media or outdoor channel or any, influencer videos out there. And that is that the most important calling technique I ever learned had nothing to do with making a sound. It was knowing when to shut up, put the call down, and listen. That's it. That is a technique that has saved more hunts for me than any yelp, any cut, any kiki, any cackle, any gobble I've ever thrown at a bird. Knowing when to call, when to go silent, and when to pick up and reposition has killed more turkeys for me than any sequence I've ever ran. Here's what you see on social media. You see someone light up a bird with an aggressive cutting, and the tom fires back, and then they keep hammering him, and he comes in hot, and boom, and a bird on the ground. And it looks incredible, and it does happen that way sometimes. But what you do not see is the other 9 times that same approach blew that bird out, and the hunt was over before it even started. Wild turkeys are not the same as the birds these influencers or anybody are calling on their properties. A bird that has been pressured, a bird that has been called at by every hunter who walked through the public ground, a bird that has been educated by weeks of season. That bird does not respond the same way. And if you are running a very aggressive competition style calling sequence at a pressured wild turkey, you're going to educate them right out of the county and right out of the state that you're in. Here's what I've learned after killing a lot of birds on a lot of different ground. Less is always almost more. Make some soft contact yelps, put the call down and wait. Give the bird time to close the distance on his own. A tom that is interested does not need to be convinced every 30 seconds. He heard you. He's coming. Stop talking to him. Listen to him. Listen to what he's doing and what the hens around him are doing that might already be with them. And sometimes the best move is just not to call at all. If you have done your scouting, if you know where the bird wants to be, you can get there first. Let him walk in without ever making a sound. I've killed more birds sitting in quiet in the right spot than I've ever run in a call sequence. People who have been in the woods can tell you that. The other thing I want to address is the idea that you need to master every call in the book before you can be effective. You do not. You need to be able to make, your basic sounds convincingly on all the different calls that you use, and you need to know when to use them and when to stop. That is the whole game. People who win calling competitions are generally talented, and I'm not taking that away from them. There's some amazing callers out there. But a calling competition is a controlled environment with a judge listening for very technical perfection. And a turkey in the wild is a different audience entirely, and he is not impressed by whatever your resume is. And look, I've been wrong in the turkey woods plenty of times, and any hunter who tells you that they have it all figured out is lying to you. This is just what I have seen work consistently across a lot of different situations and states and properties and a lot of different birds. So learn the basics, learn to read the bird, learn when to put the call in your pocket, and let the work you did before season do all your heavy lifting. Thanks.